Well, guys, it looks like DKOldies is back, and it all started a few days ago when one of my Twitter followers sent me a link to a post they made on YouTube and Facebook about their warranty and refurbishing policy. And it was like a little bit strange at first, then they kept almost reposting the same thing daily for 4 days in a row, and just a few minutes ago they posted a short about refurbishing consoles. So let's just start there and let's talk about it. All right, so here's the short.
Do you all actually refurbish them? Because there have been some videos posted that show that that's not always the case. A little while ago on YouTube, some people had bought our consoles and they just weren't happy with them. One of the things they were finding, in some cases, the insides were dirty.
So we're starting off strong here. This might be the first time Joey and DKOldies have actually acknowledged that, maybe like the second time, that they've acknowledged that YouTubers were making videos about their consoles being dirty and non-refurbished, and 8 months later, they're magically just talking about it. Like, very strange behind the scenes things going on here. We'll get into it later. Let's just keep going.
So, we completely revamped our refurbishing process. Every console and every handheld gets opened up and is thoroughly cleaned. Everything is fully tested, and if anything's not working, it's fixed or replaced. Capacitors will be checked and replaced if needed, and new thermal paste is applied.
Now, notice here that they talk about capacitors and thermal paste after they talk about fixing consoles, because I think there's a little caveat here that we'll delve into once we get into their new policy they posted on their website, because it's a little, I feel like I can't tell what's going on here. We'll read into it and I'll tell you my thoughts, but I'm not sure if they're actually replacing thermal paste and checking capacitors in all of the consoles. I think it might only be the ones they're fixing. We'll get into that, but let's just keep watching.
And the consoles come with stickers that show exactly what was done. Our refurbishing process is constantly evolving to meet the needs of our customers. We want you to feel comfortable knowing you'll get a quality product from DKOldies, and everything we sell is backed by our 1-year warranty.
I don't even know what to say, man. This is wild stuff. Now, if they are actually fully refurbishing, replacing thermal paste on all consoles, cleaning out all consoles, like, great for them. I'm glad we made an impact, and I'm glad the customers that are buying stuff from them are getting decent consoles now. But I'm not convinced yet. So guys, first of all, let's start here. Let me know down below, should I buy some consoles from them? I've been thinking about this for a few days now. I really don't want to spend any more money with them, but if you guys want to see it, let me know. I'll probably buy, a PS3, a 360, OG Xbox, basically everything I've bought in the past, buy it all again, do it in a video, and see if they're actually refurbishing now. But let's first start here by looking at these comments. Now, first comment is, not gonna lie, the fact that you guys addressed this and fixed the problem is amazing. Now let's hold on a minute. Nobody has actually bought a console from them after this process and seen if it's clean and refurbished yet, but yes, it is a good step in the right direction that they are maybe refurbishing consoles now. But guys, let's step back to where this started a few days ago when things started getting weird. And like the first day, I told you the Twitter follower sent me their first post a few days ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. And it was like a little bit strange. Let me just show it to you. And yeah, so it says, DKOldies controversy. Everyone was/is covered under our 1-year warranty. We always listen to all our customer feedback and improve. Check out our new and involved refurbishment process, link below. So this in and of itself was not a big deal. It's kind of like, okay, maybe they published something new and they posted about it. So I was like, all right, interesting, but I'll keep an eye on it. And then sure enough, next day, they post basically the same thing. Our warranty is always there to protect every purchase, and our refurbishment process is always evolving and improving. We take all feedback and continue to improve our processes. And then they link their refurbishing process. Again, exact same link. Strange, 2 days in a row, but still, like 2 days in a row is nothing too crazy. Now, third day in a row is where I was like, okay, something is definitely up here. And they say, at DKOldies, our focus is on quality products with a 1-year warranty and exceptional customer service. While our approach may result in slightly higher prices, we're committed to delivering value and peace of mind to our customers. We're proud of the close to 100 employees who work hard to serve our community. So again, they're saying almost the exact same thing, but there were a couple more tidbits in here. First of all, they talk about their slightly higher prices, which, come on now, guys, slightly higher? Let's get real here. Let me just do a little comparison for you here. One in particular that I've seen recently is a PSP. So if you go to their website, go to the PSP 3000, which is the most recent PSP, excluding the PSP Go, you get a good system for $280, which good system is that, I don't know why you would want to buy an acceptable handheld, because that to me screams scratches all over the screen, which you don't want, obviously. Then you go to eBay. Let's just go ahead and see what a standard PSP 3000 goes for on eBay. Now, one of the first listings you see here is eBay refurbished. I don't know anything about this, but assuming it's from a somewhat reputable seller, maybe as reputable as DKOldies, they have 3,000 feedback, and if you go to PSP 3000 and you go to Piano Black, it's $120. So for the exact same console you're getting from DKOldies, it's more than double the price, more than double market value, and you're saying your prices are slightly higher. Now, if you guys are actually doing a full refurbishment here and cleaning everything and making it like new, then sure, higher price is great. Like I'm all for that. But if it's still like it was the last time I bought like 10 consoles from them, yeah, that's not worth almost triple market value. Like, come on here, guys. And then the second thing that pops up to me is close to 100 employees. So people have been talking about DKOldies being a small business for years, and small business with 100 employees, I don't think so. Like these guys are a multi-million-dollar company. I don't know how much their revenue is per year, but some numbers I've seen online are like 25 million, which I don't think is out of the stretch of the imagination, considering they claim to ship out thousands of orders a day. But just very interesting. And then, so this is funny. Now, they actually posted a fourth post, which is today, and I actually filmed a video a couple hours ago about these 4 posts before they made the short. So now I'm refilming the whole video because they made this short, which is kind of a game changer here to the whole. It's basically like 4 days of posts leading up to this short, which is essentially saying the same thing, but very interesting. But anyways, the 4th post they did is our goal is to continually enhance our refurbishment process. I'm not even gonna read it. It's just basically the same exact thing as the 3 days before. And the other thing to note here is that something just seems off about these posts. They're very corporate, very lawyer-esque, like somebody's behind the scenes telling them exactly what to post so they don't get in trouble, which honestly would not be surprising. I mean, we saw a few months ago that there was a DKOldies lawsuit with this whole refurbish thing. Very strange things going on behind the scenes. I don't know exactly what's going on, obviously, but it just seems strange. And I've even seen comments saying like, hey, these responses seem almost like came out of ChatGPT, and like, not gonna lie, they look like ChatGPT-esque. But let's look at some of these comments here, because so like, yeah, this guy right here, Seth Carnes 8929 on the second post they made a few days ago, basically gave my exact thoughts. So something is obviously happening. You guys making posts like this out of the blue is out of character, and like, it is very strange because we talked about it, like they probably posted because of a new refurbishment process. But the other thing here, hold on, wait, this is interesting. This photo, I looked at this refurbishment inspection process 1 hour ago, and this photo was not here. It is now. Okay, oh, strange. But we'll look through this, and there's some interesting tidbits here in the refurbishment process. But anyways, essentially back when I was buying consoles from them, they had absolutely no details about the refurbishment process except for on their channel, they would post shorts saying like, we open and clean every console, and they would show the process, which was clearly not done because of, you guys have seen all the videos I made. Everything was not open. I think there was like one console that was actually open, and that was just because it was repaired. Everything else was not opened. They were dirty, especially the Desert PS3 is just like the epitome of the DKOldies experience from back in February, and just wild stuff. But let's go ahead and step into this refurbishment and inspection process and look at it and see if they've actually changed anything. I guess the other thing I was going to say is they actually posted a refurbishment process like a few months ago, but I think they've updated it since then. I'm assuming since they posted about it like 4 times in the last 4 days. But looking through here, the first thing they say is for every console to be considered in working condition, the following must apply, and it's pretty standard stuff, like it must turn it on and off, read games, all the standard stuff. So now next up here is where we really get into the meat and potatoes of this whole process, and it says every console goes through all steps of our detailed cleaning process listed below. It says opened, exposing the interior components of the console and dirt and debris inside the console, and inside the lid is blown out using air. That whole sentence seems odd, but basically they're saying they open and clean every console and blow it out. If anything cannot be blown out, they clean it by hand. And then this part gets me. They say rust, discoloration, and visual deficiencies are not included. So they're basically saying if you have rust in your console, sucks for you, we're not dealing with it. To me, it feels like they should, if there's a console that has rust in it, they have an eBay page. They should just go and sell it as like a one-off on eBay instead of giving their customers a rusty console, but that's just me. Now, consoles that have been previously repaired by DKOldies will be opened to the motherboard and all the components re-cleaned. Okay, so that all seems fairly normal, right? Now, this is the part where it gets interesting, confusing, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but let's read into it. So it says all consoles that are deemed as not functioning and go through our repair process are opened in order to troubleshoot and repair each component that is causing the console to not be functioning in its playable state. Once the console is repaired and is considered functioning, all components are assembled and will go back through the DKOldies testing process. And they basically list a bunch of stuff like clean the exterior shell, motherboard inspected, capacitors replaced, laser adjustment, and thermal paste is removed and replaced. Now, what I don't understand here is, are these, like, what is that, like 10 points? Are these 10 points done on every console? Or are they only done on the consoles that are deemed not working and they fix them? Because that's what it seems like to me. Like they show these 3 points right here, that every console goes through these points. and then only the consoles that are non-functioning go through these points. That's how it reads to me here, which seems like they're still basically doing the exact same thing they did 8 months ago, where they only did a full refurbish if the console was broken. That's how it reads to me. Let me know down below what you think. Again, this kind of leads into, I guess I should buy some consoles maybe and see what they're doing. This almost seems like a thing where we're gonna have to buy some consoles something like once a year and just see if they've updated the process, see if they're sticking with it. I don't know, the whole situation is here is just weird. I mean, it's been weird since it started. And the fact that they're like finally addressing it somewhat 8 months later, it's just like mind-blowing. And it's almost like, yeah, you bought a console from us before this, kind of sucks for you, you didn't get a refurbished console, but yeah, we updated our process now, and so now you're getting a refurbished console. But again, we still don't know if it's actually refurbished. We'll have to check into that. Now, the funny part about this is, you guys saw it on all this on YouTube. They actually posted like the same post. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but they did them on Facebook as well. And you guys know Facebook, just a wild place, especially for DKOldies posts. About half the comments on Facebook, as it goes to YouTube as well, on their posts, about half the comments are positive, like, wow, this is amazing, I can't believe you're doing this. And the other half are like questioning them and saying like, dude, I saw a video 4 months ago that you sent out a dirty console and that sort of thing. Now, I have this one pulled up because I think this is interesting. It says, call me crazy, but wasn't this an issue that's been known for like a year or so now? Why so late to address the issue, and how can you be calling it a controversy when there's no video proof that you weren't refurbishing all of your product? You never apologized, blah, blah, blah. And they respond and say, we're not late, we've said this from the beginning, which is absolutely not true. We've always apologized to any customer that got somewhat in poor condition. Our warranty has always been there and supported. We listened and fixed issues now and in the future. Nothing there has changed. Our refurbishing process has gotten better. So this whole comment is like, they have not said this from the beginning. They clearly, if you go back to the old videos, you can clearly see they pushed everything under the rug anytime something happened. And basically said, yeah, those YouTubers are wrong. We refurbished all of our consoles. Like, do you guys remember the very first video they made that said, it was like, DKOldies refurbishes their consoles? That was after I had already unboxed and opened like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 consoles from them, and they were all non-refurbished. And then they just clapped back like, yeah, we do refurbish our consoles. So now they're just contradicting themselves the whole time here. And the funny part is, this last comment, you can kind of see that they're getting back into their old commenting ways, where they say, we've said this many, many times. It seems by all the response that we need to keep saying it. I can't believe that they're still in this mindset that they are not the ones in the wrong here. That they've been selling these consoles as refurbished for years and not been refurbishing, but all these commenters are in the wrong for assuming they don't refurbish. But yeah, guys, just interesting stuff going on here. I do have some other just random comments pulled up that I want to show you and kind of talk about, and just go into the fact that they're still, like I said earlier, these seem very corporate responses, like ChatGPT. Like this one, I don't even know what their original comment was, but we appreciate your candid feedback. We are sorry if our recent post had come across as defensive. That was not our intention. Our goal is to engage with the community in a meaningful way. And it just goes on. It's just all these words. It just seems automated, corporate, lawyer. Now, here's another one. We want to clear up any misunderstandings. Our focus is on providing a genuine value and a great experience for our customers. If anyone has any concerns, contact us. Just all the same stuff over and over again. And here's one of the guys that said, we want to clear the air, but we are using ChatGPT for responses. Again, I can't blame them. This one is interesting. They say, we have seen a lot of videos from people who have never been a customer speak ill about us. Views can go a long way for some channels. Some channels don't need them and hop on a bandwagon without any firsthand experience and just go based off of what people on the internet say. Now, I think when they talk about this, they're talking about, there's a few YouTubers that basically after the Desert PS3 video came out, that's when it started getting, the controversy started getting really big. And I think a few of other, the really big YouTubers saw that video and the other videos and talked about it. And I think that's what they're talking about here, because clearly this is not me. I've purchased a bunch of consoles from them, so I have a bunch of firsthand experience, but that's just an interesting take. It's kind of still going into the fact that they're blaming people on the internet for them not refurbishing consoles. This is the same, I already showed you that one earlier, but there's just more here. They're all corporate type of responses. Here's another one. Wow, you finally responded after 6 to 8 months. And we appreciate your feedback. We've been actively addressing concerns over the past few months and we'll continue to do so. Thank you for your patience and understanding. And it's just it's things like that where maybe they are fixing the issue now, which is great, but what were you guys doing for the last 8 months when you were sweeping under the rug and just basically claiming that, yeah, we do refurbish consoles, you guys are just wrong? We're not gonna forget that. You guys were just claiming that you refurbished consoles back in January and February when you clearly weren't, and we're just doubling down on the fact that we were wrong. And it's just, same thing over and over again. This one is funny. This guy says, how about making a documentary on your refurbishing repair team? Could be pretty cool. And they respond back saying, a few videos showing them off is a great idea, though we know some people will still claim everything we do is fake and just for show. So first of all, has anybody ever called the DKOldies videos fake? I don't think there's anything fake about what they do, but the just for show thing is for sure. Like, I mean, back in the day, they were showing all this refurbishing process, and then we would buy a console and see that it wasn't refurbished. So that was definitely just for show. I forgot about this one. This one is funny too. This latest updated refurbishment process was posted last winter and hasn't been in full effect since then. Joey and the team were afraid to show it or talk about it because of all the death threats to him and his team. Okay, so first of all, I don't want to get too much into the death threat thing, but because I don't know how serious the one they got was, but if they're talking about the one they posted about, that was like well before the whole refurbished controversy, so I don't know what that has to do with it, but I'll leave that out of this. But the fact is, they're saying that this latest updated refurbishment process was posted last winter and been in full effect since then. What are they considering winter? To me, winter means like, when they say last winter, that sounds like last December, last January, something like that. Clearly it wasn't clearly that was not in effect then, because that's when I was buying the consoles from them, and that was, they weren't refurbishing anything. Now maybe up in Pennsylvania, they have winter year round. Like, I'm pretty sure the first time they posted any sort of refurbishment process was like April or May, which to me is clearly not winter. It seems like they're really trying to stretch it and be ambiguous here. Well, I guess that's it. Just strange stuff coming out of here, out of the blue. Who knows? Something's going on behind the scenes probably where I don't know if they're lawyers telling them to say this or if they just randomly decided to post this. Who knows, guys? But let me know down below. Do you want me to buy some more consoles from them and review them, see if they're refurbishing them now? I don't really want to spend that money, but if people want to see it, then I'll do it. But let me know down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.